there, YouTubers. It is about 8:45 in the morning and I am sadly heading back towards Ohio. I'm gonna go to St. Ignace for a night just because it's just too much for Vinny to go all the way from Gladstone down to Dayton. So we'll do a night there and a long day. I've been here a long time. Came up, I think it was the 8th of June, and it's now the 28th of September. So I've been up here a little bit. Alright, so the GoPro's messing up. Like I said, I've been up here a long time. It's a really good trip and a really bad trip. Loss of Kiki. It's early. Alright, GoPro, for some reason a full battery just went down to no battery, so I'm going to stick the charger on it. Hopefully we'll get this figured out. Alright, I don't know if any of that recorded. I'm having troubles with my GoPro battery. Went from a full charge to no charge. I got an early start. It's a beautiful day. I don't feel too rambly. And I'll be right back. And you won't even know I was gone because it'll be the same video. You know how this stuff goes. I don't know what this GoPro is doing, so I'm just gonna stop. Ooh, some red color. GoPro. Alright, that's one bright sun in front of you, isn't it? This turn here to the right is to Fayette State Park. I've been there on the past, so if you go to my channel and look up Fayette State Park, pretty cool. The old historic part is great. I wouldn't suggest camping there. The state park is probably the tightest and most crowded I've ever been to in the state of Michigan, so I wouldn't highly recommend that. That's enough bright sun in your eyes, so I'll come back later. Let you look at the pretty for a minute. It's pretty. This right here is a big part of why I like coming up to the Upper Peninsula. You got two great big beautiful lakes, top and bottom. You get to pick which one you want to be on. Both are different, but both are awesome. Alright, I wasn't totally honest with you a minute ago. Well, I was mistaken. I didn't tell truth. I looked at my phone and I said it was in the 40s. It was 36. I don't know if I had refreshed it, so I don't know what time that was, but yeah, it's a little cold up here. And I've been up here so long, stayed a little longer than I thought. Not as long as I wanted to, but you know how life goes. But I didn't bring a winter coat. You know, I didn't bring a heavy coat. I got my got a couple hoodies and I think 2 long sleeve shirts and a pair of jeans and a pair of sweats. Maybe 2 pairs of sweats. So yeah, I'm not prepared for it to get this cold, and I don't know what I say when I say stuff, but when it decides that it's time for fall up here, it can go boom, time for fall. Like when we were in Ontonagon, we got there the first day, we swam in Lake Superior, and it was cold, but it wasn't, oh my god. And then the next day, we had like 35 knot winds. It was really blowing and it got colder. So we got off the lake, we explored around a little bit up in the Porkies and Lake of the Clouds. Then the next night at Van Riper on Michigami, Lake Michigami, it got down to 28 degrees.
I see Santa, I'll put in a good word for you.
And my little electric heater conked out on me, so I got to get a new one. So luckily, I kept the heated mattress pad on, and and I'm just using the heat pump on my air conditioner. So I should be good. Should be cold. My main concern is not freezing Vinny's insulin again. I gotta slow it down. It really just is a very cool place, the UP. Everywhere you go, there's something more beautiful than the last place. There's a few small towns. Marquette's a beautiful city, but other than that, it's just wonderful nature you can see. I was out there last winter at that park and walked out on the ice. It was pretty cool. Up here. This is about the point where I always wonder, why am I going back to Ohio? It's Ohio, but there's nothing there that really interests me all that much. And it makes me think, as I've driven all around the country in my van, why do people live some of the places they live? Up here, I get it. You like nature. Ohio, I still don't understand why I live there. And that is Manistee Kewadin Casino. I show it every time I go by. They have one 30 amp at the edge of the parking lot, and they have about 10 110 places you can plug in, and it's free. Well, it was last year. I don't know about this year, but it was free. Getting more and more color change. Look out for a little bit cheaper gas. Again, half a tank. Might just do a splash. More on the why people live places. I was born in New York. I've lived in every time zone. I don't get Ohio though. Alright, I just got thinking. I sure hope the casino's open. Sometimes they have you pay at this time of year. Sometimes they've turned off the water and it's free. I don't care which way it is. I just hope it's open because it's going to be cold. And my secret spot, I don't know if it'll run my heat pump. It's just 110. It's a secret and I can't tell you about it. But with my little heater being dead, I really... really hope that the casino's open. Yeah, that's what I hope. We'll see. This is the point because of the cat. I'm wondering when it's hot or cold, where am I going to sleep tonight? Because if it's not, still thinking, I might have to find another location, like pay for a campground or something. Because it's cold.
Don't try driving this car down any chimneys.
It's going to get down in the 30s again tonight. So I got a ways to go yet, and I guess I'll be crossing my fingers for a good portion of it. As I'm editing, I'm sitting here thinking of all the places I've lived. I've lived overseas. I've lived in New York, Ohio, St. Louis, Colorado, LA area. And why am I in Ohio now? It's just where I keep my shit. 29 here in Nobbin Way. Beautiful shoreline. $4.29 for gas here in Nobbin Way.
I sure could go for some sugar plums.
Yeah. Beautiful sun glistening off the lake. Technically gonna miss fall up here this year, but that's okay. It's a great place to come for fall. It's a great place to come all year round. Early in the summer, it's bug season though. construction and bug season, I guess, really. Hasn't been too bad yet. Cut River Gorge is coming up pretty soon. I may stop. We'll see how I feel once I get there. A little more time lapse for you. Now I've realized I've just done a whole bunch of slamming on Ohio, and Ohio's not that terrible. There's pretty places anywhere you could live. Anywhere there's some beautiful places. There just tend to be more here and in other places I've been. Ohio, round on the ends, high in the middle. Ohio. Oh, there are far too many Class Bs on the road anymore. And I was just watching a bunch of videos of European small camper vans. Oh my God, so much better than the junk that we make here in this country. So much more thought seems to go in them. Better uses of space, and the prices are so much better. It'll make you so angry how much they charge us for stuff over here compared to other places. And, you know, in any of these companies that are making them in Europe, if they're going to start selling them over here, which a few are starting to do, well, they look at the prices that we pay for stuff and say, okay, that's what you're going to pay for ours too. Just insane. Somebody that goes out spends $170,000, $225,000, $250,000 on a Class B camper van has lost their mind. But they're nice. But I'll still take old cousin Eddie. So my audio editing is down on Ohio because I'm back in Ohio now editing this stuff and missing the Yoop. That's the reason. I was going to stop and look at the Cut River Gorge, but it's raining. And I don't feel like getting rained on, so maybe next time that I come up, you'll get to see the Cut River Gorge. I've shown it in the past, years ago now. It's like a sun shower. Raining and cold, I'll stay inside. Here it is. Cut River Gorge is quite pretty. Quite pretty. Overcast, as is per almost normal up here at the end of summer, so the lighting's never great, but it is beautiful. Normally when I edit, I'm like happy looking at this stuff, and now I'm a little sad, so maybe one day the Yoop will be in my future. Construction zone. Bam, bam, bam. Get to see it. They put some rumble strips back there that were bad, and then that road construction had said bump, and I slowed down a little bit, but not enough. These roads are much better in Michigan than they were years ago, but gotta be careful out there with an old RV. Might be construction, but it's still really pretty. This section right here in the winter or in big storms, waves will crash way up onto the road. That's probably why they got to do a lot of work on it. So until last year, I always was like, winter would be cool in the UP, but I don't really think I could do it. But I did the videos last winter when I went up there, and I'm probably going to go up again this winter. And I don't know if I lived up there full time, which could happen, if I'd want to spend every winter up there. but it is really beautiful in the winter too. It's just long winters. Okay, that's all the seat. Oh, look at that. Sorry. So very. Alright, got out of one lane and it's gonna be. Got out of one lane and it's gonna go down to one lane again. They're doing a lot of construction right here by the pretty lake. And we're gonna have to wait again, I think. Those rumble strips are unnecessary. So I do have some tentative plans of going places other than the UP and maybe doing videos if I end up keep doing videos. I'm not sure at this point. But there are more places to see than the UP. I have to realize that. I don't know much about road construction. I know it's real expensive now and it takes a long time. I was always a person that wanted to see all the different things, and the UP has changed that. I gotta change myself back. You have to remember, you have to keep in mind, I'm driving in a van. The lighting's always not great. The sound is always not great. I bought the lapel mic trying to make it better. I don't know how good it really is. You know, I'm not filming this in a studio, you know. I do my own editing as well. And that takes a little time, and you know, a lot of times I'm editing in the van on a laptop using free stuff, Microsoft Movie Maker and the GoPro Studio and that kind of stuff. I bought a better microphone for audio editing on it. But I know sometimes a lot of people are question the quality of YouTubers and their videos. And I think if you're doing van stuff or RV stuff, it's kind of a whole different category, you know? It's a little more complicated and it takes far more time than people realize. And you know, you're driving, making campfires and swimming in lakes, and you're doing a lot of stuff. So sometimes you lag behind a little bit. Alright, down to almost a quarter of a tank. I'll get gas in St. Ignace, and I'll probably just bite the bullet and fill it up. Sure is pretty in the UP. Again, September 28th.
Santa brings us the leftover cookies.
Hopefully by the end of October you're seeing this, when the leaves are probably mostly falling. Listening sun on the water. Oh yeah, and what I was just rambling about, plus a GoPro battery that doesn't want to seem to stay charged at all. And all my GoPro batteries are acting a bit wonky. So you deal with that too when you're trying to make YouTube videos when you're RVing and vanning and all that. I just checked gas, buddy. It looks like $4.19, so I'm just gonna...
We going to the North Pole anytime soon?
No, it feels like the North Pole though, brother. Oh, right, Vin? I have 4 Gene K's pasties in my freezer right now. Like I said, I'll probably be back up. There's a spot right here where you can see the bridge. There's the bridge. mighty Mac. See if they're talking about wind conditions. Construction on bridge. There's always construction on the bridge. 16:10 a.m. to hear the updates. I don't know if the state campground right at the base of the bridge, I think it's called the Straits. I don't know how much of that is open right now. That could be my second option, I think. I was up here last time in the winter, coming up to the spot where I sat for about 5 hours waiting for the bridge to get open, because it was starting to warm up and the ice was melting off the bridge, and that is not safe. I almost turned around, but I didn't, and I made it. Alright, I don't really like BP, but it's on this side of the road. I messed up recording the video. I did get a spot at the casino. It was a good deal. Nice sunset I had as well. Here's Kiki on the drive back, sadly. Here she is on the same spot on the drive up. Have a great and wonderful day.